The team at Racquet Studios were commissioned by the production team at Future plc and GamesRadar to deliver the 41st annual Golden Joystick Awards in the Spring 24 edition of GamesRadar's flagship digital games showcase, the Future Games Show.
Two very different projects with very different briefs. The challenges to Racquet Studios came in many forms. Thankfully, we love a challenge.
The Golden Joystick Awards returned for its 41st year and for its first time since 2019, due to the pandemic. It was hosted as an in-person event as well as being live streamed around the globe via GamesRadar's native platforms and a host of partner YouTube and Twitch channels.
The event, which recognises talent across the video games industry, from those who create the hugely popular experiences to those people who bring the characters and the worlds to life, was hosted at the prestigious Royal Lancaster Hotel in central London, with Racquet Studios being challenged to replicate the look and feel of the interim online-only productions.
These internet-only events had enjoyed the limitless potential of working exclusively within virtual environments. And so, to recreate the presentation that matched the impressive stature of the online stand-in, we knew we would have to go big. Thankfully, the vision of the organisers matched our own, and we designed a stage to accommodate the programme. Its esteemed guests, presenters, and even a live musical performance.
The extensive Racquet team installed the set, which comprised a 14-metre wide LED volume with a bespoke tiered stage, which gave the impression of the virtual production that had been aired for the previous events. We also installed all of the AV equipment for the event, including a front of house D&B sound with relays for the room, musical instruments and stage equipment for a live act, a teleprompter system, multiple overhead spotlights, effects lighting, relay screens, and a full light and sound crew for the live production.
To deliver a high-end broadcast, we also installed and implemented a full 7-camera system, which included 3 overhead PTZ cameras, 2 static side-of-stage cameras, a roaming gimbal-mounted camera, and a handheld BTS camera. This was a purely Canon camera ecosystem, which was driven by Canon's PTZ controller systems and live switch products. The benefit of using Canon's full imaging ecosystem included not only the unified colour science, but also log curves and outstanding optical performance.
The Future Game Show was an entirely different animal. Broadcast on March 21st, 24 and hosted by the stars of Baldur's Gate 3 and Final Fantasy XVI, Samantha Beart, Karlach, and Ben Starr, Clive Rosfield. It featured more than 40 games across PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo and PC.
The first of a series of shows for 2024, the March edition of the Future Game Show featured a mobile and handheld gaming spotlight, as well as a new creator-hosted Future Game Show post-show, which featured exclusive interviews with developers and more. Links to both broadcasts can be found in this description, so scroll down to find out more.
Aside from the pre-recorded studio aspect of this production, the main difference between the two was in its technical approach. With the application of a virtual stage, we shot at Racquet Studios with an 8-metre wide chroma green cove, producing a live composite with 3 cameras for the executive producer and his team to have the live visual required to ensure the shots were being captured. The main A camera used for the production was the Canon EOS C500 Mark II, and the BC cameras were made up of 2 Canon CRN 500 PTZ cameras with live Unreal Engine compositing.
The 2 PTZs were static, and the A camera was mounted to our Egripment mini jib long arm with a wireless teleprompter. This produced all of our sweeping shots and camera movements that brought the show to life. This was a real test of the Canon ecosystem, mixing cine products with their broadcast PTZs. The PTZs outputting 3D data relieved a lot of the challenges that come with using multiple camera trackers on such a production. These camera systems were paired with both the Canon RC IP1000 and the Canon RC IP100 controllers to complete the camera and control ecosystem. The rest of the production included our lighting array, which consisted of Quasar double rainbows paired with light panels Gemini 1x1 hards. This was to produce dynamic image-based lighting that was being fed in real time by Unreal Engine. all of which in turn was being driven by a Disguise VX2 and RX2. The Disguise hardware and software for the shoot also managed all our camera calibrations, Unreal Engine pipelines, as well as live green screen extension matting for extending our green cove beyond its physical size in the studio, allowing for much more dynamic wide camera angle shots throughout. As with the majority of our virtual film production shoots here at Racquet Studios, we deployed the incredible Stipe Red Spy 3.0 tracking solution and the XD Cinema Expansion module, which was fitted to the Canon Flex Zoom. This was to take direct Cook-Eye Zeiss lens data in real time with incredible precision.
The result of all of this technical integration made for a stunning event, with the Future Games Show reaching a global audience of almost 10 million viewers alone. Watch part 2 of this story for a deeper dive into the technology and the workflow that we employed for this prestigious event. Leave your comments for us here, and we hope to see you next time.